Oh, oh boy. What is up, Flick fans? Welcome back to my channel. Songbird is a movie I wasn't going to review. I actually watched it about 4 days ago, but I said to myself, you know, it's my job to review films. So, we're going to talk about it. Hesitantly. I need you in the comments down below. Have you seen Songbird? This is the pandemic-produced, pandemic-based movie produced by Michael Bay and starring some actors with the camera. Let's do it. So in 2024, a pandemic ravages the world and its cities, centering on a handful of people as they navigate the obstacles currently hindering society: disease, martial law, quarantine, and vigilantes. Cool. So yeah, Craig Robinson, Bradley Whitford, Paul Walter Hauser. It's actually got a fairly good cast. And again, produced by Michael Bay, not directed. This is directed by Adam Mason. And, you know, going into this film, I think everyone is hesitant because what's going on in the world right now, it seems like it may be a bit too soon to make a pandemic-related movie, but fine, whatever, right? If it's entertaining, sure. I don't really want to sit and watch a movie about what we're going through, but hey, if you had a good idea, execute, pen to paper, paper to screen, make it good, you know? And I hate to sit here and bash movies. I really do, especially one that I honestly, I'm impressed with the fact that they were able to make this during the pandemic. So that's a positive, right? It's cool that they were able to maneuver around certain things and give us a film produced, made, written in about 30 minutes, entirely during the pandemic. And I like that, and I respect that, and I appreciate that. So you think this film is going to be very specific to the pandemic, and I guess it is, right? As we go, we learn more things about how the society works in the future. COVID-23, it's mutated into COVID-23. Sure, that's funny. It's self-aware almost in a way. Ha-ha, laughy jokes. But you need the movie to at least have one consistent, heck, 2 or 3 consistent storylines that we're cutting back and forth to that are interesting, intriguing, engaging. But this movie has a lot of subplots, a lot of things that we continue to go back to. So many characters. You have Paul Walter Hauser's character. You have Daddario's character. You have a crazy Bradley Whitford. And as they're introducing everyone in this film, it's like, let's see how many people we can get. I started to think to myself, this is getting really convoluted really fast. And then we go from genre to genre. It's an action movie. It's an adventure film. We have a bit of a mystery incorporated. It's a crime thriller. And then it's a romance. We have our main romance with 2 characters, one played by Sophia Carson. And, you know, Carson, don't know a lot about her. She has a huge fan base. And she wasn't bad. And honestly, I mean, there were some bad performances here. Absolutely. But I don't think it's any of the actors' fault. I just think it's the dialogue that they were reading, the one-liners. This is like 90s hardcore action movie one-liners, but they're being implemented in these romantic scenes. There is a pandemic-related romance where 2 characters, well, they can't come in contact because one is able to go out, the other is not. And at one point, they're standing on both sides of a door, and one says, "It's like I can feel you through this door." And I felt like I was watching Nicholas Sparks at this point. Why is this in the movie? And these cliched lines, they're all throughout the film. Lines like, "I'm coming back for you." And at the end, we get this random voiceover from one of the characters, and they say, "I wanted to thank you for helping this kid find a purpose. You've helped me find hope." And it all seems so forced. All of the dialogue throughout the film, it's overly dramatic. That's what it is. It's not real. And even the characters talking to each other, it didn't feel real. At one point, a character holds a gun to Bradley Whitford, and it just feels so staged. It feels like acting, and you don't want it to feel like that. You want it to be natural. And then on a technical level, right? They're switching back and forth from so many different camera styles. You have the security cam footage, you have the handheld, you have shaky cam, you have the wide shots, you have the normal shots, and they just cut back and forth. At one point, my wife came in, sat down next to me. She started watching. She got 5 minutes in. She said, "I can't do this. I was going to try and watch this with you. I can't do it. Good luck," because it was a digital screener. So it's tough. It's tough to get through. It is, because it's frustrating. I see Sort of, kind of, the idea that they were going for here, and it works if you hone in and focus on one or two or maybe three of these subplots, but there's so many different things going on, and if you're going to give me a pandemic-related movie, give me something upbeat and entertaining, and there are choices made from characters that make no sense. Someone tries to break into a house, and they don't turn their phone on silent, so their phone starts ringing. It's like, dude, that's the first thing you think of. At one point, someone is sneaking around, and they decide to blend in by putting on a hazmat suit and a mask, and it all happens in about 30 seconds. As someone who used to work for the government, and I saw individuals do exactly this, it's going to take a little bit longer than that. So things just did not feel realistic at all in this movie. And again, I hate to sit and bash a film, and I know there was a lot of effort put into this movie. I hope so, at least. And again, it's an impressive feat that they were able to do this. I take nothing away from the filmmakers, but Songbird is just one of those movies that I found not good. The action is boring, the acting is a bit off, they couldn't even scare us with this fictional future. It keeps you fascinated with where this over-the-top script would go, but Songbird, in my opinion, is one of the worst movies I've seen this year personally. But again, if you guys enjoyed it, let me know. As for my score, I'm going to go with an 18%. I don't like doing that. I don't like talking bad about movies, but I felt obligated. I watched this, I got an early screener for it, so I wanted to bring you guys a review just in case you were considering watching this weekend. But again, try it out. Let me know what you guys think, if you enjoyed it, if you found something that I didn't, and I appreciate you all watching this review. You're truly the best. Thanks again, and I'm going to go to recover, I think.